I mean, it's actually, as you saw it right there, that the whole company's transformation is built around the Mahindra Rise philosophy. And this is about driving positive change, accepting no limits, and alternative thinking. We are looking for a person who could not only emulate, but actually, a practitioner, a guy who's a person that we will all, love to at least have some capability to be able to achieve under the, and I don't think we could have found a better role model than Jessica.
Absolutely. I had posted this on Facebook. I posted the pictures and I posted two things. And people are saying we shouldn't be cribbing about our lives, should we?
Oh no, I mean, and this is where the power of mind, we talk about, the power of human spirit, we talk about the power of mind. This is clearly enunciation. This is where the reality is. And the people, and it is pure grit. I mean, it wasn't anything that is, like extraordinary. That it is extraordinary by the fact is that she would use her feet to do the job of the hands also.
Absolutely. And the fact that she's not defeated and the fact that she thinks out of the shoe. I love that line. I really love that line.
Thinking outside the shoe.
I love that line. I seriously love that line.
I know. And she built up for it, the way. This is that American marketing at its best.
Completely.
First you demonstrate a shoe phenomena and then you
Absolutely.
No, I know, it was beautiful.
I was this hardcore media person and I had boo kind of
thing. She was good. She was really good. Really very, very good. I have another talk a little later. I mean, this is only with the international audience, which is issues of how leadership changes over generations and how do you cope with various generational leaders. And I was so tempted, I've just tempted to step out and, because a lot of people, you saw Baba Kalyani with his son Amit Kalyani there. You saw many of the industrialists who had come with their children this time. And I really wanted to go and ask them. I saw Dr. Rajkumar Dhoot and I wanted to ask him, he was with his daughter. I said, one is there are two aspects to this entrepreneurship and leadership. One is how the first generation entrepreneur has done it. And number two is how does he pass on. To pass on control is not easy.
I'm sure it's not.
But that guy, I was in this co-chair with Anand, Minister Anand Sharma, and there was an open conversation with these 20 CEOs, and I was amazed at the ease with which Rahul Bajaj would say that I'm not involved with the company.
He's a very secure person.
It's not
seriously secure person.
It's not about securities. It's like. They say that you are intoxicated with what you do. It doesn't matter whether it's power or not. For this man to step back, and when he's healthy, when he can spend 5 days in Davos, he's bloody healthy, man.
Yeah. I heard he was dancing yesterday.
Oh, must have, yeah. So, to me, this is what fascinates me. What clearly fascinates me is the spirit. What fascinates me is that when people talk about generational gaps. You find people like him, or you find different people, who have no boundaries. They are still probably as comfortable with your generation or my generation or any older generation.
Absolutely. But I guess if he passes on what he's doing, he can do better things.
That is true. I'm sure there is another calling somewhere.
I'm sure.
There is another calling.
Public calling, maybe?
Public, yes, because he served 2 years in Rajya Sabha.
Absolutely.
So coming back, Harini, to the other topic that you touched on, which is business confidence and how we project ourselves. I personally believe that India Incorporated is got to learn with Jessica Cox. The reason is that at 7 or 7.5% growth, it's time for celebration. That Indian business, under whatever circumstances, has that stopped, the 2G, 3G stopped the Sunil Bharti Mittal in buying over an asset in Africa?
Not at all.
Has that stopped, will that stop him from buying an asset tomorrow in Latin America?
Maybe not.
It's that human spirit. It's that India has differentiated always on people's own spirit, and we should never allow that to be compromised.
Absolutely.
The reality is that, that you know, like the investments that are happening, whether it is Gujarat Day or an Andhra Pradesh Day or a West Bengal Day, the number of industrial investments is still very, very high. We're still talking about mega cities.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fact is that Mahindra Group has started manufacturing planes.
Yes, I
Small
heard
at the
about
moment.
this. I
Small
heard
at the
about
moment. But let the spirit soar and fly.
And the other part is we don't hear about these things. We hear about all the...
So you know, and that's where I think somewhere you and me and each one of us has a powerful message to go back and tell everybody that, guys, business confidence, customer confidence, and how we communicate is up to us. We can get lost in the din of an Anna Hazare movement, or we can see it as positively that we are so socially conscious that when we are the functioning democracy, and as a functioning democracy, we will discuss it in open.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, these are not things that some guy in China and through some mayor decides.
Yes.
You know,
People decide.
we debate, we are inclusive, we are collaborative, and that is what is the today's generation. That's where the difference between democracy and this thing.
It's also civilizational for us.
So, I mean, a civilization which is 10,000 years old, which is open, which is transparent. Yes, it has gone through, but a 60-year-old country, I mean, if it is going through some level of transformation, and if it is questioning what they're doing, I think it is a very healthy sign.
Absolutely. Absolutely healthy.
So, if you really ask me, there are only 3 messages if I were to leave behind. Number 1 is that we have to represent to the world that we are not only 1/6 of the global population, but we account for 1/6 of consumption. We account for 1/6 of the economic velocity.
Okay?
And
I like that term, economic velocity.
And that momentum has to be carried forward, and unless we reflect it positively, it doesn't happen on its own.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Number 2 is India Incorporated with its young population will have the next generation leaders. That if a reality is that if a Vikram Pandit is doing a Citibank transformation, and that lot of these CEOs today are from India, can you think of what the younger generation or for the younger generation? So a generation which is where your Prime Minister is 80 plus, and a new generation, a Nikesh Arora in Google, or even a further new generation which will probably have the new next Facebook, and that generation, that talent pool, that mass, that need to be nurtured, mentored, and people like us have to make sure that we give them the responsibility and the opportunity.
At the right time.
At the right time. I mean, that's the only way it will work out. I mean, that's where we can make this thing. And frankly, I mean, the third part is, I mean, we have to fight whatever governance issues that we are having, whatever challenges that we have within the system, instead of trying to do that old thing about pointing fingers and 3 fingers pointing at us. Let's face it, we need to correct it. You know, we need to work as a team. We need to fix it.
So when we're talking about this, again, the same thing that's been coming across. People are confident about India. Investors are confident. The DuPont head was talking about how much they're going to invest. The Volkswagen person was talking about how much they're going to expand. Marriott person was talking about how many hotels they're going to set up. And they all mentioned 2 things. One was physical infrastructure. The other was training, social infrastructure, that kind of stuff.
Listen, there will be challenges.
Absolutely.
I mean, the fact is that...
No, they didn't say it as challenges, they saw it as opportunities.
You're right. I mean, these are opportunities. So, all of us are, I think, we need to project it in the right light.
Absolutely.
I mean, one guy can say lack of power and one guy can say there's an opportunity in the energy and power sector. One guy can look at exactly the same thing happened. We didn't have fixed line phones, but we had wireless phones and we did so well.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's again the same.
Because you turned around.
Yeah.
The Mahindra Satyam story is a success story.
It's pure rise, you know. So again, I'm happy that I come here to chat with you, Harini. And
lovely to talk to you. One final thing, when we say brand India to the world outside, what does brand India mean?
Different things. For some, it is the Rajasthani colors of the turbans, and for some, it is the the IT. Sector that every second guy they find in their own IT department is this thing. For some third, it is an advertisement that he's seen about Incredible India. For some, it is Indian food. And the fact is that India means a lot of things to everybody.
What does it mean to you?
And to me, it means my home. And it is what I'm proud of. And I do strongly believe is that a $35 tablet is only one part of the story. This India has got so much talent that if I can contribute to bringing the talent up there, I mean, that's where I would like to spend the rest of my life.